to restate our total commitment towards the return of Nigerian students in the nation public universities back to campus. The ongoing ASUU strike which has commenced will be sustained until the federal government of Nigeria resolve with ASUU and our students are back to their various campuses. Today, a lot of Nigerian students have lost a complete academic section due to these unwarranted disputes between the federal government and ASUU, not counting those that have lost their lives or involved in one casualty or the other due to the protracted ASUU strike. To us, the ASUU strike is germane, and the only way to save public higher education across the nation from total collapse is to properly invest in the educational sector. The leadership of National Association of Nigerian Students will continue to grant all the nation public assets, from roads to airports, including Nigerian Port Authority, if the federal government through the Ministry of Education and the Ministry of Labour fail to resolve with the leadership of the Academic Staff Union of Universities in no distant time. For those misconstruing our struggle, we call on them to see reason with Nigerian students and join us in the struggle to save public education in the country. Gentlemen of the press, that public universities have been shut down in the last 7 months is not only disheartening, it connotes a clear demonstration that public tertiary education in this country is treated with utmost disregard. This is particularly disturbing because those who bear the brunt of these frequent crises are not privileged to seek alternatives. Yet, it is such a responsibility, particularly on the part of the federal government, that has shoehorned the citadels of learning into theaters of despair, and a reason for all stakeholders to be worried. The leadership of NANS demand a better deal for education of Nigerian masses, because most of the children of the privileged few now study either in overseas or in private universities, established with our commonwealth across the country by the same set of people who entrust to govern us. This is more reason they will continue to turn deaf ears to the demand by ASUU for improved standard and condition of learning in our public higher institutions. We condemn the federal government of Nigeria for not prioritizing the concerns of ASUU after having extensive meetings with its leadership, with the view of bringing an end to the protracted industrial action. We appeal to our lecturers to intensify the campaign for proper funding of the educational sector and not limit the agitation to the welfare of their members alone. Furthermore, we are aware of the reports on the activities of some enemy of progress, elements within the student movement whose stock in trade is playing good boy to any government in power, with peanuts even when the outcome of the industrial action embarked upon by ASUU to save the educational sector will equally affect them and their loved ones. This set of unprogressive, self-acclaimed student leaders who are tagging our end ASUU strike now struggle has been politically motivated and nothing but higher mercenaries in support of government insensitivity to the plight of Nigerian students and poor parents who are bearing the brunt of this strike. Our blocking of access to public roads and ports is just a warning. If the government fails to conclude all the negotiation and agreement with ASUU within the time frame of 2 weeks, they will witness more protests and rallies all over the country. They will also witness the annoyance, anger, frustration of Nigerian students who have been at home for the past 7 months. As we promise them that we will not show any political campaign to hold, as we promise them that we will not allow any political campaign to hold across the country until we are back to the classroom. This government has pushed so many Nigerian students into depression. We say enough is enough. We can no longer bear the brunt from this avoidable crisis in our nation's public life towards again.